Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live.
Habari Live.
From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Another Saturday morning. Welcome and appreciate everybody that's watching and paying attention, giving us a little bit of love this morning. What's up with
Comic
it?
Book Corner.
I fucked that up. What's up with it, Jimmy, Iesha? I was supposed to cut back my cussing in the first 3 seconds. Ah, man, I'm a failure. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get everything going this morning, man. And what we're gonna talk about today? What's everything what's some of the stories we got so far?
Well, we're going to talk about what's everybody's been making jokes of this week, the royal family. We'll also be talking about
We got She-Hulk. Come on in, man. We got Huso. We got we're gonna talk about GM electric cars. They got a new electric car that they got coming out. We got the AI rapper. He claims that that black people are what was the word he used? Well, I'll go into it later. But he has something he wanted to say towards black people and their outrage towards the AI using the N-word. And we got sports and more. So let's get it going, man. So first story today, we got what's up, Huso?
What up, y'all?
Chilling, man. Chilling like a villain. Trying to get it going this morning, man. Well, just kind of sluggish, you know what I'm saying?
That was me. I literally just got food right now.
Man, very much so. We stopped by and got us some rainbow donuts. They all stale. But it's all good. Got to get up early, I guess, because they was damn near out of donuts.
Definitely.
They're usually pretty good, but today, I guess, it's been hard times. I don't know.
I'm fat. I ain't care. I still ate them. But that's besides the point.
That's because you eat anything, Jimmy.
Not anymore.
Any motherfucking
I gotta
thing.
stop. That's all.
You
I'm
said
eating
you got to
today.
stop, and you came in with like a 14-liter of soda last night.
You're sure right.
Holy shit.
It was
No.
2 liters. And I only drank you asked for some.
Yes, so.
Anyway.
But the point is that you're the one that's supposed to be trying to make the basketball team and be all in shape and all these things.
Yeah,
You come in with a whole, not a 12-ounce bottle, a whole 2 liter.
I gotta lose weight. He said I could start. I just gotta pick back up.
I've been saying that for like 5 years.
I gotta pick back. He was like, I used to see you hoop in the gym last year, but you got sluggish over the summer.
No, man, you lost a lot of weight, man. So that's not true. But you definitely
I got lazier over the summer.
You definitely lazy as hell. Get over it.
But anyway.
We're going to go into the first story here with Habari News. Let's get it going.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipleen Ellison. Sponsored by
no one.
If you would like to sponsor, please email us at info@habarientertainment.com, or you can inbox either one of us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Yeah, man. Sponsors. I'm trying to cut back on my cuss words, because we got the monetization with YouTube and all the ones with me doing a lot of cussing.
Get demonetized?
Yeah, they don't want to fuck with me. I mean, yeah, man.
This morning he come up to me. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta stop doing all this cussing." I was
And
like,
3 seconds
"Wow,
into the
wait a
show,
minute."
He said all the cuss words.
You're gonna say I gotta stop cussing while cussing in the sentence.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's me at work.
Right.
I've been talked to a few times. Like, they'll be like, "Dude, you can't curse in front of the people." I'm like, "Ah, shit, fuck, my bad. I mean, my bad."
Every time.
It's hard, man. It's
Yeah.
part of the vernacular. You know what I mean? So I have to look a little bit more intelligent. So I'm gonna try to do that so we can make some money off some videos. You know what I mean? But anyway, First story is the effing Mecca. Is that his name? Effing Mecca?
I ain't even heard none of his music. The rapper, the dude who does his
This
voice.
is the AI lyric experimental AI that was created by Capitol Records and operated by a company ran by Anthony Martini, the co-founder of the Factory New. He came out and he said that black people were hypocrites. If you're mad about the lyrical content because it supposedly was an AI, why not be mad about the lyrical content in general? This is a tough conversation because people don't, a lot of people don't want to hear this, and especially from a white dude. So that's the first thing that they're not going to hear it because who it's coming from, number one. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but he's right in a way. He's right in a way. We are stuck in this midpoint with this shit. We're like, we don't want nobody else to say the N word. We don't want nobody to say these things. But all of the top songs are filled with these words. It's tough, man. Now, we know there's a lot of other words that's out there that are used to put down other people. And most of those words, if we post those words on Facebook, you're instantly blocked.
Get put in Facebook jail.
Instantly. But not us. Not our word. Because we're freely let it fly.
Damn, I didn't think about that way.
Yeah. So we can't keep anybody else from saying it because we're not policing ourselves from saying it. So it's a conundrum. What are we gonna do?
But I think the dude who's rapping for the AI is a black guy.
He was at first.
At first.
I think he said he did 3 songs, if I'm not mistaken. And then they kind of pushed him to the side.
Because they saying, I think the black guy who was rapping as his voice said he was glad that he didn't get a deal with Capitol.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Factory New, the co-founder of the Factory New, they're the ones that went on to get the deal with Capitol. So it wasn't the brother who they had pretty much dissed him by then and stole his idea. But where they messed up is they didn't realize you're gonna have to have a black face to be able to say these words that you guys are saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or black people gonna flip out. We will take it from rap because we look at rap as the message from the streets. You know what I mean? And the word of the streets. But the problem is that the streets aren't the people that's really buying the rap music.
Right.
The suburbs is. The people from the suburbs, they're the number one buyers and purchasers of it.
I don't know if you said it, but they was like, how do you think Vanilla Ice went multi-platinum?
Right. Vanilla Ice, Eminem's the best I think he is the best selling rapper ever, right?
I don't think so.
I think he is. I think he is the best selling rapper ever. He passed Pac. He's number one. It's not because he's the best rapper or anything like that. It's because look at the demographics. Look at the demographics, man. The demographics tell you that white rappers are going to do well. This is a white society. So it's not anything against them or anything like that, but this is a society. So the suburbs, they see somebody that look like them that's talking about the things that they like. Eminem talked about a lot of things that I didn't agree with. I don't know nothing about popping pills. I don't know nothing about that. That's what he talked about. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? So, but some people from the suburbs, they love it.
You want to hear the top 5 selling rappers of all time?
Yeah, Eminem.
Eminem is number 1.
Yeah.
Drake is number 2.
Yeah.
Kanye West is number 3. Jay-Z is number 4. And Lil Wayne is number 5.
Yeah, see, I don't even know, man, if you can really count these numbers nowadays. Because the numbers that they're counting toward these rappers nowadays, I don't even know, bro. Because
they're going by units.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I mean, if you go by album sales, these cats now they don't sell shit.
Flo Rida sold more units than Tupac.
Yeah, Flo Rida sold a lot, but he's really poppy, man.
I only know like one of his songs.
One or two.
I know like that's the only thing.
Yeah. But Operation FM Mecca, Capitol Records experimental AI rapper, might be resting in a virtual coffin now, but one of its co-creators is lashing out one last time We hope Anthony Martini, the co-founder of Factory New, the company responsible for unleashing FM Mecca, tells the New York Times the digital rappers' critics are guilty of creating a double standard.
Well, speaking of AI, there was one, I think, a few days ago where there was a person that created an AI was able to draw like digitally.
Yeah.
And I guess it got first place.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, and it actually looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was pretty tough.
And then there was another one where, don't even ask me why I was looking at it.
Porn bot. No,
no, you got it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, created by AI. And
that's crazy.
It is the weirdest shit.
Wow.
You know, so I think there's gonna be some interesting discussions in the future.
Yeah.
When
They're
AI, what's up?
They're gonna have sex bots in a minute.
Well, they already do.
They do already?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can. The problem with them is they're so heavy. They got to figure out a way to make them lighter. You know, so you can be able to carry them around, take them to your hotel with you and shit. No problem. They just.
That's an awkward check-in at the hotel. You know how awkward that is at the hotel?
It's gonna be portable and foldable.
These
And
cats
it
don't
folds
care.
into your suitcase.
You're right. That's what you had to do. I was watching Real Sex back in the day, so I know about all this stuff. HBO.
Oh Lord. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to have back in the day. If you wasn't watching the squiggly stuff and trying to see, you know what I'm saying, the Playboy channel, you trying to see it, but you couldn't. So you just went to HBO late at night.
I'm dead.
No, that's exactly what we used to do.
That's what we used to do. You didn't do that?
Bro, we had no internet or cable. You know what ours was Victoria's Secret catalog.
Not the magazine.
Yeah, for real. I had that shit like hidden in the tile in the basement.
What Kevin Hart said, I didn't know this was a whorehouse.
Man. But what do you guys think about the double standard? Do you think
David said, yes, Dip is right. Real Sex was that show.
It was. For real, man. That was the show back in the day. So do you think it's a double standard? Do you think that we should be okay with AIs and white people saying the N-word? I mean, it happens in concerts.
It depends on who.
The whole concert be singing the song and the rapper be telling them to sing it, and they be saying, letting the N-words fly. They be flying. Just rolling off the tongue.
I mean, so if I had to put myself in a concept of that, I don't know if somebody was singing about Middle Eastern or something like that,
right,
and
right.
He's white or non-Middle Eastern.
Shit, Middle Easterns they don't play that. They blow your motherfucking ass up.
Yeah, they get pretty upset. Me personally, I honestly I wouldn't care. Like if it's a rap, it's a song,
right?
You know, and he's singing about it. I don't think I'd take an offense to it. But this is just from my perspective.
Yeah, I'm with you, Elijah. I'm getting to that point, man, where I think that it's getting. We just should stop using it.
Elijah say?
He said we should stop using it.
Yeah,
it should just stop being used, and you know, it should just be used in the comfort of your home around people you are comfortable around. We need to stop putting it in songs. We need to stop doing this, man. It's just making everybody uncomfortable. It's people like, I don't want them to use it. Then it's cool. You know, like another guy who was having a conversation about Mexicans using it. And, you know, a couple people have came in here and came to my studio and they just dropping N-bombs. I know they're Mexican. I don't feel like having a discussion with them. Like, dog, why?
Yeah, it gets awkward.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like fighting everybody. And like, dude, but everybody's so comfortable. They boys say it's cool. Everybody says it's cool. You know, I just wish people would start thinking more about the environment. Stop using it so much, man. It's a difficult situation. We don't want this dude using it, but us using it so much has made others comfortable to use it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole song,
and that's the problem. It's making people so fucking comfortable. I don't want you comfortable using that, and because it's in so many songs and it's so much, and people just dropping it, people feel comfortable.
There's a whole song.
I know,
and
people love that song.
People
and
love
white people love it.
I hate like white people especially love it.
They love it.
Like they love.
And you think that
song.
when they're by themselves and ain't nobody around.
Oh, they saying it.
They like, yeah. They doing it. They not replacing the word, man. They letting it fly, bro.
They saying every lyric to the song. They know more lyrics than I do.
They love. I know, that's what I'm saying. You know, they try to censor themselves when they're around you, but we didn't.
Some of them do.
Some of them think, well, it's in the song, buddy. Shouldn't be a problem. And but you had a problem like this the other day at work, and we don't want to go too into it, but people just think, hey, it's okay, right? I got a black cousin-in-law. I'm cool.
Man,
I got a black best friend.
Yeah, my
it's
friend.
Cool.
He's black. I say it around. I'm calling him that all the time.
So at my job, it was a little while ago. It was like 13 white people came in.
He said, wow, hey, I don't know, Elijah. That's tough, man. And and nowadays he's talking about his kids around the neighborhood saying that live next door. And what can you really do? You can't go talk to the parents because nowadays, you go talk to the parents, it's gonna be a fight. They're gonna fight you. My kids saying, because people are ignorant nowadays. Not okay, let me try to temper this down and okay, I'll try to keep them from they're gonna fight. My kids saying whatever they want to say. Like,
dude, back in my country, if I was acting up,
the whole neighborhood.
The whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
It takes a village to raise.
It used to. Now people don't even listen to the advice of other people telling them, "Hey, your kid just blew my house up. My kid they didn't do that."
I used to when I used to live with my grandpa, there was this older lady that lived across the street, and I used to ride my bike in the street. Man, she used to drag me off that bike. Like she would drag me down.
Man, people didn't play like that, man. And I don't know.
She's like, didn't I tell you not to ride your bike in the street?
Right. And and it was.
I never rode my bike in the street again. Honestly,
I'm not talking to anybody. Kids went out there. Some kids was playing with some cans, and the kid wasn't even playing with the can anymore.
The cans was just
sitting
on the
side
sidewalk.
of the sidewalk. And the kids was standing there talking, doing some other stuff. I see trash on the ground. So I picked it up. I picked it up. You know what I'm saying? I see trash. The kids wasn't playing with it.
Oh, this happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How long ago?
Yeah, about
2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay. This was before
when I lived in Mirador. Yeah. And this lady come beating on my door. I'm like, what? Hello? She's like, why are you taking my kids' toys? It's like, oh, you talking about that trash that I picked up? Yeah, they were playing with that. My bad, dog.
Here, I'll give you some you know what I'm saying? Some canned peas.
She really came and beat it on our door.
Like she was the police.
And the kids were playing with 2 cans.
Wait, did you crush the can?
They were already
crushed.
They were crushed up. They were on the ground, 2 cans.
Wait, was it like soda can?
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's trash. I'm just like, all right, we don't see trash around here. We pick it up. Like they was playing with those. Like, well, you need to buy them some toys. I mean, if they were playing kick the can, they should have said, hey, excuse me, sir, we were playing with those. We'll get them up when we're done. They didn't say anything. They just sat there. I'm going to get my mama. And here she comes. Like, dude, that's the new parenting nowadays. Because Pops is gone. He can't talk her down. Because my old lady was, I'm going to talk her down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go knock on their door. Holy shit.
Closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't say nothing, it's gonna get thrown away.
Right. I don't think if it was a big deal, the only thing to do,
the kids could have just said something.
She come beating all evil. Like, dude, this is the new America, man. This is what we did.
My mom even when what I'm saying, if I did something or something happened, I'll still put because I feel like there was in every situation there's something I could have did better in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
David said she really need to buy them some toys.
Yeah. They poor, man.
Play some 2K.
Who the hell play kick the can still? Is it 1905? We don't. I didn't even play kick the can.
They had slinkies then.
God damn, y'all poor as a motherfucker, bro. Go buy them kids some soccer balls. What's going on? And you dude, they came in the house and told me that, wow, y'all playing. You playing with cans outside?
I would have gotten in trouble for that.
Right. Are you kidding me? Don't do that again. Let's go to the park. People think we poor. What the hell?
My mama or Maurice would have gave me a couple dollars. Gave me a couple.
Right.
Man, quit playing with. Go buy your basketball or something.
She made us go take those cans out of the trash can and give them to her. She's at our front door yelling. You know what I mean? I avoid bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just gave them to her.
Oh God,
get out my fucking.
Me too, Elijah. Me too. Elijah said I probably would have just closed the door.
Not for real, dude. I should have, because that was some bull. It was.
Me, I just put my headphones in and ignored her.
It was. Yes, hey man, dude, people are special, bro. I'm gonna go to the next story here, man. So we all disagree. We think we should just take the word away. That's what most intellectuals think, anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Nico?
Boy, you came out of nowhere.
Nico showed up for the first time in like 7 months.
Where you been? In Hawaii?
Yeah, in Hawaii. I'm back.
I was talking about you the other day, like the day before yesterday.
Mhm.
I had an Uber driver from Africa. He was from Sudan, I think.
So you are talking.
Yo,
Yeah, anybody African.
Yo,
then
I
gotta
said I
talk
got
about
my
Nico.
boy. I said I know my boy Nico, and I talked about Muabi. I tried to put him on there.
Wait, Moabi was here?
Yeah.
For real? Moabi?
Yeah.
We got his album up there.
You see the up there?
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, my boy Nico.
That you, dude. If you was white, I would call you a racist right now.
A little bit, but it's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
do have this African dude the other day.
No, I do have a Kenyan.
I have a black friend too.
I have a
Like,
Kenyan.
that's how you sound right now. Dog.
I do have a Kenyan. No, the really
Exactly how
only
you
time
sound.
the only time I really do like say something about Nico outside of here. I do have a Kenyan teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so probably the only time I really talk about Nico.
No, he said he has a teacher that's from Kenya.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, in what we have
I got
in
a black friend.
Central High School in Phoenix, we had a lockdown. Police say 3 juvenile male students have been detained. Central High School was placed on lockdown Friday as police investigated a fight and possible popping sounds. We saw the video. I don't think I didn't get it for everyone. I'm sorry, but kids were running everywhere, man. You know, kids are terrified now, dude. They can't even go to school nowadays without thinking about getting shot up.
And this is why a lot of parents are deciding to pull their kids out of school and just decide to, you know what, I'm just going to homeschool.
Yeah, they
man.
I was thinking about yesterday because I wanted to just bring my backpack. It rained yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring my backpack just in case to put a hoodie or something in it. But I was like, nah, they probably, you know what I'm saying? They're really like locking down on
stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't like you can't carry your bag into a, you know what I'm saying, into a football game because you know what I'm saying, you never know what you have in it.
Yeah, because these kids are crazy. And they all have access to a million weapons because everybody think it's okay, you know. And
they have police officers in every exit at the school. They got like
good.
4 or 5 police officers.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
But
because you say, well, I think it used to be police at all the games too. But to have that presence, you just feel like you're in a fucking military zone. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to be a kid, man. Have fun, not think about these things, man. And this is the plight that we put on our own children nowadays, which is it's kind of ridiculous, man.
Real quick, shout out Paradise Valley High School football team finally getting a win. From what I hear, 37-0.
Wow.
But we had to leave, so
they didn't forfeit. The person who's winning at the time of the forfeit wins.
No, they have to reschedule the whole game. So
but they still, the scores still count, right?
I hope so.
37-0. We started that.
I hope so.
I would think so.
I hope so.
But
yeah. I mean, I feel like we should have just let us have the win because you know what I'm saying. There's 8 minutes left, and I don't think a high school team is coming back from that.
But
unless you got Patrick Mahomes or somebody.
It seems like the police initially received reports of shots fired before 12:30 p.m., but did not find any evidence that a shooting had taken place at the school. After hours of searching the school, Phoenix police gave the all clean about 3:30 p.m. So it looks like they still don't know for sure if there was a shooting in the building. But to me, this just shows that we've gone too far, man. We've gone over the edge, man. I mean, we gotta come back, man. We gotta get these guns out of here, man. I know a lot of people want to keep it and want to keep life the same, but we got to do something, bro.
I agree. I think we touched up on it last time I was here, but
I'll talk about it every week.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of people were talking about, we should have more police presence or like retired military personnel in schools. Although I agree to a short term in the meantime, but you got to understand as well, being a child, you're taking in so many environmental inputs. So if your environment is deemed unsafe,
right,
you're going to be always anxious, anxiety. To you, subconsciously, you're going to say this is not a safe safe area for
That's
me,
real.
you know. And
that's why a lot of the times kids who grow up in those types of environments, by the time they're age 7, they're already diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety.
You was gonna say that. No goddamn 7-year-olds got PTSD.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think we underestimate what PTSD is.
I guess, man.
No, for real.
It's post-traumatic stress disorder.
I know it's stress.
So anything that's traumatic in a child's life at that age could potentially lead to PTSD.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I do believe that we got to switch it up, man. This can't be the norm, man. Where school shootings are something we're just shrugging off.
I don't like how people make jokes about it anymore. Because I think Horizon just got a school shooting threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They just
two girls, right?
Yeah.
And in the girls' locker room,
no, that was Kingman High.
And at the locker room in my school, girls' locker room, there's a writing on the wall that was like, "I'm gonna shoot up the school. You better not be here," something like that. If you read this,
yeah, because now people are stupid. Now they're gonna, take it as a chance to get some
popularity.
Or people look at them, look at me. People are,
that's stupid. Like you can get arrested for that, right?
No, that you will. So don't play with that shit.
Like they
ain't playing no more, man. Do it.
Actually, my teacher, Miss Clark, was telling me, she was like, 2 guys at Horizon threatened to shoot up the place, and they got caught and they got arrested.
All right, that's real, man.
Like, so much stuff is like, people think stuff is so cool. There was this TikTok challenge going around called these devious licks. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
What is it?
Where you devious licks.
Devious licks.
So you like just steal random stuff from school. Like people
and
was
you put
like,
it on TikTok.
People was stealing like soap dispensers, paper towel dispensers.
Well, here's the thing.
Even some people
You
was
put
taking
it on TikTok though.
Even some people was taking the projectors.
But you getting.
Well, think about it this way. So not to get like too, what's the word? Conspiracy theory. I don't know if you guys heard. Supposedly TikTok got hacked and 2 billion people's data was leaked.
Really?
So me personally, I don't have social media, but TikTok I think they're saying like now that's Gen Z's and youngers Google for anything, financial, diet, relationship, just about everything they can think of. And
idiots.
At one point,
who is it? Korea? Is it Korean?
What?
TikTok?
No, I think it's a Chinese based. I think it was. I
think
forget.
it is a Chinese base.
Yeah,
I think it is Chinese.
But their headquarters is in the U.S. if I'm not mistaken.
They no, but my teacher was even telling me all the students that got caught was prosecuted.
Yeah, because you're fucking idiots.
Like, you really stealing soap? Like, you sound. You know how stupid that is.
You done messed up the whole episode today. 20 minutes in.
33 minutes in.
Why
cussing.
can't I stop cussing, man?
I'm dead. I didn't even realize it.
Every time he say one, I just look at him like, really?
Gotta give yourself for the want for that one.
Hey, well, we got Lakes and Hobbs. They've been speaking about business leaders as they fight for the governor's office. They had a quick little debate. I think it was Wednesday in the Arizona chamber. So we need to make sure we pay attention to this. That's why I just want to bring it up a little bit. Republican Carrie Lake, she's a Trump voter, so that's enough right there. So go vote against her and vote for anybody else but her. Because Hobbs, she's decent. At least Katie Hobbs at least has some type of a political history, and she can say she has worked for the government and led some actual people. This lady is a reporter, man. No. Carrie Lake was on Channel 3. Like, get out of here, man. What's wrong? Anyway. Yeah, she said this election isn't about Democrats versus Republicans. It's about sanity versus chaos.
Wait a minute. That caught me off guard.
That's what Katie Hobbs said. And I agree, man.
At this point, it's a joke for everything now.
Man,
I don't even care.
Dude. Ducey was, I can't wait to chunk the deuces at him. Because he was a piece of deuce while he was in here. Dude, sucks, man.
He said he was a piece of deuce when he came in.
He sucks, man. He sucks, bro. But anyway, no water protection plan. I hope we come up with a better. I hope she wins though. Hobbs, Katie Hobbs.
What about Shaw? Give me a bunch.
Hey, when you gonna become a citizen? You.
Me?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
That show was random.
How was it random?
You were just talking about Ducey and
voting.
Oh, you want me to vote?
Exactly. I'm
maybe in the next 2 years? I don't know.
2 years.
1 year? I don't know.
Yeah. How long do you have to live in America? How long?
No, you don't have to live in America for
a certain amount of time.
No,
you can come straight in and take the test.
It's different because you have to go through the green card process.
Okay.
So that is what determines it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it also depends on how soon you apply. But there's a timeline.
Does it cost a lot? You know?
I'm yet to know.
Mm-hmm. I wonder because most people who report, they just like fuck it.
People, man,
damn, man.
Nico, didn't they say Kenya just had a presidential election as well?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah,
that's did. Why we wanted him to come today.
Yeah, we did. And we are going to have a president on Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. Did you feel like the election came out the way you wanted and everything?
Personally, yes.
Yes, that's good. That's great.
Yeah, because the person who won is considered an underdog.
Okay.
And someone who's just a common man, raised by a mother who used to raise to take care of chicken.
Wow.
So like a chicken farmer.
Wow. That's
but dope. The vice president has been around for a minute. He's been in politics for maybe 15 years.
Okay. So he has somebody in his vice that's at least know what they're doing a little bit to kind of help him, and kind of like Obama's situation was.
So interestingly, in this government that passed, he was the vice president. He's currently the vice president, but he's considered the brain in that whole setup.
Right.
So he used to advise the president, and they fell apart. And now he's the incumbent. It's called the incumbent. What is the name?
No, incumbent. That's the new person coming in.
Yeah.
We know you don't know.
Did you take English as a major?
No.
Okay.
My main is Spanish.
Oh, nice.
Oh, goodness.
I can speak. You speak some Spanish?
Yeah, speak Spanish.
So. Oh no. No, we are still talking about politics. Come on. You'll speak about Spanish later on.
Oh man.
No habla español.
There we go. That's it, beginning to end. So
this dude here, man.
Interestingly, the current president is not acknowledging that the vice president won.
Wow. He's
saying he'll follow the constitution and do what he's supposed to do. He'll hand over power.
There we go.
But he considers the opposition party leader who he was supporting to be his leader.
Wow.
Crazy. But Kenyans are happy. Half of it, at least.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's at least everybody's following the Constitution, and people aren't trying to hold on to power, do crazy stuff, and start wars and all type of other ignorant shit. I mean, stuff, things.
Wait, Nico, the thing I just said in Spanish. Do you know what that means? No.
Just means
the only thing I know how to say in Spanish.
No habla. Is
no habla español.
No problem.
He does not know how to speak. I can't speak Spanish.
That's what it means. The only thing I know how to say in Spanish is that I don't know how to speak Spanish.
I thought you said everything is good or something. I don't know.
Nope. I said I don't know how to speak Spanish at all.
Do you got any stories for us today?
Yeah, I do got a story for us today. We're gonna bring it back home into Arizona. We're actually gonna go out to the village of Tiwa.
Huh?
The village of
It's a village in Arizona called Tiwa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a village in Arizona called the village of Tiwa.
Okay.
And it's basically reservation land.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's natives. It's Indian reservation.
Okay.
The kids out there decided that since during COVID that there was nothing to do, they created a skateboard park.
Oh, that's dope.
So they opened up. It's called Skate 248.
Skate 248, huh?
Yep, it's called Skate
264.
Skate 264 is what it's called.
Okay.
And they basically just wanted all the kids in the area for the reservation for them to have something to do, because that's what a lot of the kids up there do is they skateboard. So
right, most definitely.
Instead of doing school gyms and stuff like that, they was like, all right, we're just gonna go ahead and get this done and
start a skate park.
Yep. The skateboard destination opened up late this spring in the village of TY, and it's called Skate 264 for the highway that runs through the 2,500 square mile Hopi reservation and connects the more than a dozen villages.
Wow, that's dope.
Kudos to people who know how to skateboard, because
you can't.
I can't.
That balance.
I ain't that's trying. Crazy. I don't want to break nothing to learn how to ride some shit, man.
That's crazy.
I'm good on that, bro.
Like Tony Hawk, like man.
Then people got to put on a whole body armor just to learn. Like, I'm good.
You gotta you go over there, grab it.
You see them, the white kids, they got on the elbows, the wrists, gloves. They got on a big ass helmet.
And they do all that in some Vans. They do all that in some Vans. That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I'm good, man.
They're saying that skate parks is something that's popping up, that's been becoming more popular for.
I see more skate parks
for Native Americans or for Indians in the last recent years.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're even doing and most of the skate parks that have come up are youth led.
Yeah, they do them themselves. Because parents suck.
They're also hosting competitions like one on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota, or the All Nations Skate Jam held during the Gathering of the Nations powwow in Albuquerque.
For sure. Well, I mean, that's dope, man. I like to see that type of stuff. The kids getting themselves together, giving themselves something to do
instead of going out there and getting in trouble.
You can't skateboard, David. I figured out, man, out there doing what they call it, the flip toss or the salad toss. No,
huh? What?
I don't know who's Sally. He toss it like that.
Can we change the subject? I get uncomfortable when y'all be talking like this.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
I don't know the skateboard moves. My bad. I was trying to think of a skateboard.
I don't think salad toss is one, huh? You're
gonna have to go talk to Tony Hawk for that.
You never played the game?
Hey, so have you guys been? So I didn't know this, but I guess apparently Tony Hawk doesn't get recognized
anymore. Yeah, he doesn't get recognized. No,
he doesn't.
And so he talks on Twitter. He be talking about like where, like he gets somebody's like a younger generation his ID and like, oh, you have a name like Tony Hawk. He's like, yeah,
that's me. Wow.
That's me. He's like, what? It's just his story. Like I'm doing a horrible job, but on Twitter he explains it, and it's just like people don't realize it's him.
Wow.
Or like he has the same name as Tony Hawk.
He's not seen in anything as much anymore. Back in the day,
I don't even think they even release any new video games for Tony Hawk.
They
used to release.
They did.
They did.
They just did not too long ago.
Okay.
But the
pro skater. It's just Pro Skater.
That's what it's called now.
Skate anymore.
Yeah.
So back in the day, he
always used to be skate.
On X Games and different things. You would see him, but now he's old, washed up.
Yeah. I'm gonna read you a Tony Hawk.
But he could still open up a thing teaching kids how to skate.
He probably does.
Here and there.
Tony Hawk tweeted this. Okay. He was like, "Kid at skate park, are you Tony Hawk?" And he was like, "I am." The kid said, "No, you're not." And then he said, "Okay," but he said, "Okay, I'm not." The kid said, "But are you for real?" He said, "I am for real." The kid said, "I thought you would look younger." Tony Hawk said, "Me too."
Right, man. So yeah.
I used to play these games a lot.
Yeah, they re-released Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Well, hey man, that's how it is, bro. And these kids now, I can't even think of who the top skaters is right now, because they're not popular like those cats were. You know what I mean? Those cats were huge. But I want to talk about this. General Motors, they're going to be releasing a new electric vehicle. It's supposed to be going for $30,000, which is amazing compared to what the other cars have went for. Definitely. So the car, they revealed it yesterday, on Thursday. The automaker expects to be the cheapest compact electric vehicle SUV on the market when it goes into production in about a year. It's called the Chevrolet Equinox EV. Will have a starting price, like I said, about $30,000. which at any rate will make it among the cheapest electric vehicles of any sort.
Holy smack!
Sorry. Yeah, because they don't have any cheap ones. I think like the Leaf, they're like hybrids, right? And they're going for like 20.
Tony Hawk,
but I think they're like hybrids. I think. What does the Volt go for? The Volt is more than 30,000.
Like 37, 39.
Really? That
it's like
thing?
almost 40,000.
It's so little.
Leaf is fully electric.
Oh, Leaf is fully electric.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's more than 30,000. Wow, bro.
David said something real quick. David said Tony Hawk is net worth is 140 million.
Holy crap! I need to go down. I'm getting on me a skateboard.
Right.
I need to switch it up, David.
That's crazy. All them X games, all that X game money.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money.
140 million.
Still, he was on a podcast and he was talking about he still makes a lot of money from the games that's still being sold and whatnot.
He probably has skateboards
royalties
that he has out there.
Royalties.
Yeah, and wow, man.
So the Nissan Leaf brand new goes for $27,800.
Oh, 27.
Okay, so it's that's probably still the cheapest. So they're comparable. I mean, 2730. Right. That's not too much back work from each other. But yeah, man, I'm pumped about it, man. I can't wait to see the unveiling of the rest of the fleet from GM. Ford has been kind of blowing them out the water, man. With the Mustang, the Mustang has been selling really, really well. People really like the car.
And the Chevrolet Bolt is the cheapest.
I think I could be wrong, but I think
Bolt.
they had a recall on
the Bolt. On the what?
The Bolt. No, I think the Mach-E.
Oh, the Mustang one?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure there was a recall. I think something with the battery, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It's really been selling well, man.
Yeah.
It's put Ford at was it number 2, babe? Behind Tesla as the other electric vehicles being sold right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
was it? I think it was Volkswagen.
No,
man, Ford, man.
Ford.
Well, this last couple quarters.
Because Ford came out with the
F-150
Mustang,
and
they came in the F-150 is what put them over the top. The all electric.
You know, the Midwest gonna go crazy.
Yeah. All I know is
the most inexpensive electric car is the Chevrolet.
Especially the South. The South love the F-150.
They love the F-150.
But all I do know is I'm a pedestrian, so I'm gonna give it to Nico. Go ahead, Nico.
Okay, do you guys think that the infrastructure is ready for all these electric cars? Like the grid?
No.
To be specific?
They're already talking about the charging stations.
Mm-hmm.
They're already being hacked.
Well, I mean, that's not that people are going to hack them. That's going to happen.
So
it's the newest thing for hackers now.
So you hack it and do what? Turn it off?
They can hack it and steal people information, or hack it and try to mess it up where it can't work. Well, you know how people are. They're just trying to fuck with shit.
The worst thing they can do is people don't realize when you hack something, there's 2 methods. You can disrupt information, or you can do, I think they call it kinetic, where you falsify input of signals, and then it can overheat something and
mess something up.
Yeah, physically.
That's their mission, is just to break shit.
So when you're connecting your car to charge, basically all your information is out there.
No? I
don't think so. I don't know.
No, not really.
It would be more about,
I don't know what kind of information would be in a car.
They would gain information on how many charges is coming in. It's just information that terminal is keeping.
Well, speaking of,
also you can mess up people's cars, maybe.
Yeah, they're talking about. I think
if somebody's car is plugged in, they can mess up the computer.
They probably could if they hack it.
Elijah said that there. What did he say? That there thing all electric, down boy.
Hey man, no, but California has asked people to stop charging their cars now because they're having some grid issues because of the heat wave that they're having right now. But
that just goes to show that the power grid itself isn't sustainable. It isn't sufficient.
Exactly. We have to get more renewable energy. The grid, it needs to be a backup. Coal and natural gas needs to be backup in case we don't have renewable energy. You know what I mean? That's the way it needs to be set up.
I personally think that the coastlines, those states should be ran mostly off of the renewable source that they have, water, because they're on the coast.
You have to build a whole bunch of dams to do that. You know how much those projects cost? You know how much Hoover Dam costs?
Well, I'm not talking about like
that shit costs.
I'm talking about like the
hydroelectric. But you still got to build a dam.
Well, so one of the biggest issue with alternative energy, like let's say wind, solar, and hydro, is that when let's say wind, a lot of times when you see like wind turbines just staying still, it's off. It's not because there's wind. It's actually mechanically braked, so it doesn't produce energy because there's nowhere for it to go. So the issue is not producing enough. The issue is storing it when we need it. So a lot of times, so there's a lot of companies out there working on what they call like, you can heat like they build like a like a pressure cooker pretty much. And then they have like molten salt in it. So when there's like an abundance of wind or whatever, there's gonna be like it heats up the metal and it pretty much makes it molten. And then at night when there's not wind or anything else, that molten is still hot, and then they feed it into like a turbine, like a steam turbine, and then use that.
When the batteries get better, also when we're able to store more energy and keep more energy with these batteries,
definitely. Because right now the that's what I was just about to say. The electric batteries on the cars, they last about 15 to 20 years is what I was just saying. That's how long those batteries last.
It's also how much energy they can store.
Right. And right now I think it's like what, 250? 250 miles?
It depends.
450 miles, the max.
250 to 417, depending on the size of the battery. Well, Tesla have their own. They have their own.
We're gonna go to a quick break.
Let's do it. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just wanted to play a commercial.
Run it.
Show this year. This week.
Welcome back. Alrighty, man. We were talking about electrical vehicles. We just been talking today, going over things, the news for the week, just talking, giving our
2 cents.
Right. Opinions, 2 cents. Thank everybody for tuning in. But the batteries cost about $10,000 or more in Tesla cars. How much do the batteries cost for if you need to replace the battery on yours?
It's kind of hard to really tell, but from what I've looked at, I think anywhere. So I've heard different testimonies on Reddit where somebody like damaged their car or their battery, and they were gonna charge them like $20,000. But on just like a basic search online, I think it's saying anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000. But typically they last, like you were saying, 15 to 20 years.
Right.
I think it's anywhere from 300 to 500,000 miles.
And the batteries that we are using now only last 1 to 2 years, especially here in Arizona. And we have to get rid of those with caution. Those are bad for the environment also, and we're using more of them in less time.
So Tesla, any batteries, for example, any battery that comes from a vehicle, they have multiple ways of reusing it. So what they do is they reuse the battery for the power wall.
So they're all refurbished and reused
100% from my understanding. So they have like what they call. So they have 2 methods. They have Tesla has worked with the Australian government to provide them with a battery backup system for one of the cities, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think Tesla's working with other countries to provide them with battery storage as well. And then their home power walls are like 12 to 15 kilowatts. Those are reused from refurbished batteries from vehicles.
Wow.
And they can last anywhere, I think, I forget but it's a number of years.
Right.
And then their new batteries, the 4680s, they kind of look like mini soda cans. That the way they're designed, it's almost like a integral part of the vehicle.
Right.
Instead of like back then, you would just put the battery into the vehicle.
Right
now it's kind of like
it's
built
integrated into the building vehicle, right?
But the issue is now breaking those vehicle or the batteries down. So what they do is, I could be wrong, but there was somewhere they released a statement where they actually take the battery and they dip in acid, so it like pretty much
disintegrates,
and then they filter out the chemicals, the minerals and all that stuff, and then they're also getting away from. So a lot of batteries use cobalt, and I think that helps with charging stabilization. But however, cobalt is mined from a lot of African countries. They use child laborers, and I think China as well. I'm not. I'm not. I don't know if that's
because Nikos was the first person to say that that's bad. David, say how many
very bad. Actually,
how many batteries are in the Teslas?
So I think they have the 18640s right now, and that's just the diameter and size. That's how they go by. And I think the one I have, I think it's about 4,000 cells.
Damn,
if I'm not mistaken. But now Tesla has upgraded them to the 4680s, which is like looks like a small can. And I think there's about 800 of them.
Holy crap!
Yeah, so they're trying to just be more efficient. With them.
What was been your experience with the batteries, Nico?
Honestly, the more we move into batteries and electric vehicles, we're also killing the ecosystem. Because
I mean, we're already killing it with the gas. Also.
Yeah, we are. So we were killing it with one type of material. Now we are changing again.
Yeah.
Now killing it with the extraction.
The rest of the shit.
The extraction of lithium from Australia, Latin America. That actually leads to destruction of the ecosystem.
It's not gonna be enough.
Most of this is found where we have forests and like where the soil is very rich, and that's where we are going. Right. So we are again killing trees.
Right. I don't think we're gonna have to come up with something different, man.
Yeah, I think about it this way.
Let's go solar.
I think we're gonna have to come up with something like they did in Back to the Future and use like biodegradable. Be able to use
these are the batteries.
I ain't gonna. Back to the Future was smart about that.
That's using trash. That's energy. That's for energy for your car. But we're talking about something different because you got to think if you don't have the engine to run these things, then I can't run my engine on trash unless the engine has the ingenuity to be able to run on those things. Right. So that's a long way off.
Well, a lot of people are saying the real thing they need to do is focus on hydrogen.
But it's so dangerous though.
Well, so you can do it two ways from my understanding. You can do it where you store the extreme high pressure in a tank in a car, which causes a lot of explosions from what you've seen, but they've gone a lot better. They use a lot of times instead of steel, they use the composite materials like carbon or fiberglass to store the high pressure hydrogen. The other one is on demand. So you have, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have, I think, a internal combustion engine as well as a battery. So you can consider it like a hybrid. So the battery will be, you have like water, and then when you put electricity through it, it breaks it down to hydrogen and oxygen. And then, so it's being created when the vehicle is running, and I think they create it at a low volume, but just enough to be able to get the car going.
Right.
Then you have like maybe a second chamber or something that stores the hydrogen and oxygen, and then the byproduct I think is just like a little water out of the tailpipe, and then that just gets fed into the combustion engine to be able to be burning.
Isn't there like a hydrogen bomb or something like that?
There is, yeah. But I think other countries, I think Germany just opened up the largest hydrogen facility. I think it was like a train station, like a station, and then I think China has a few as well.
Wow.
But
is that the one where I think I saw an article about it the other day where they wanted to do like an underground or an underwater train or something?
That they do that type. Hey man, I can give it to Europe, man. They try some shit out there that we like that underground from France to Britain. There's a tunnel underground under the ocean. And
well,
you kiss my ass.
I think about it this way. So I'm not picking sides, but like for example, like China, they have I think more high-speed rail train public transportation. Thank you, more than anybody combined.
Smart. It's smart.
And so I think the reason why they had an advantage over that is because they have their system is dictatorship.
Yeah.
It's one ideology or one person
That's
for
real.
decades. So
They can make decisions.
They can make decisions.
Done.
Yeah, here in the U.S. and also Europe, like for example, California.
Red tape, bureaucracy.
Yeah, they look at each different counties. They look at environmental factors. They look at people's, like, oh, is this house too close?
And everyone has a say.
Exactly.
You know so it's hard here, to get things done. But that's the price of freedom.
Yeah,
that's the price of freedom. I don't want to be a fucking communist, bro.
Well, so yeah, speaking back to China, I don't know if you guys heard. I guess they said that they have taken so much data from us, back to the charging.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok and charging and everything, IoT or Internet of Things, like almost everything is being, connected to the network. I think they were saying the Department of Justice or Defense said that they have enough information on almost every single American to be able to, create like a catalog.
Wow.
Of almost everything.
The Negroes ain't got nothing on me because I ain't do nothing.
Why would they care? I don't get it. Why would they care? I don't understand.
Then you can say, well, think about it this way.
You're going to sell me some products?
Or they can figure out like your method of ideology or how you think, and then they can push certain narrative. For example, like TikTok. Yeah. TikTok's algorithm is like one of the, supposedly, I don't have it, but from
nobody
what I've heard,
can figure it out.
It's like perfect. It looks at like how quickly you're moving your feed, how much each time you're waiting on a specific video, if you're commenting, if you're liking, all those play a factor, and they can say, okay, Damien likes this, likes that.
Then we're gonna show you stuff and
content that's like
slowly,
this. Right. And subconsciously you're like, oh, I like this video. Oh, I like this. You kind of
they're gonna have a hard time with me because I don't like anything.
But see, here's the thing,
and I really don't watch it. I don't fuck around.
Well, people don't realize data is worth more than gold now.
Yeah, to companies. But to me, the fear of the government getting your information is one thing that I don't understand why people trip off of so much. What is it that you think the government's going to be able to do by knowing how many tacos, what kind of tacos you like, or knowing what bed products you buy, or how much porn you watch? And I don't really understand why people are so afraid of it. If you don't want these companies to know these things, just block them, or don't get a phone. Get an old school phone,
I think it has to do
that
with...
caught me off guard real quick. How much porn we watch?
Yes, definitely. You think they're not you think they're gathering that information, bro?
You remember the documentary?
So when you be on your iPad all night, you know what I'm saying? They know. They watching. Google watching. They know.
Luckily, I don't use the iPad.
You can actually request your data off of Google.
Yeah, you can block it.
Like you can put in a request. You can get like every location you've been, by the hour, videos you looked at, everything. So that they can send it to you. And
oh Lord, yeah.
And that's what I mean is that they can pretty much, you have, and I don't know if this is an accurate way, but there's enough data on you that can create a digital version of you. And in a real way, it's social engineering. People don't realize they can cater, things for you. Like for example, if like Apple just came out with, buy now, pay later, and people were freaking out about it, and people are like, why do you care? Well, it's because they're taking advantage of spending habits, like, oh, don't worry about the payment, just buy it now, and then pay later, so it's just another method of, control. I mean, me personally, I've always been against collecting of data, but at this point, it's kind of just getting to the point like I don't even care anymore.
But see, here's the thing. There was this documentary we watched the other day, and it was about Sputnik and the space documentary we was watching. It was talking about how when we first launched the satellites, we only launched 6 out of the initial 12 that they wanted to have up there. But when China launched theirs, they launched 24 instead of 6. So it just, I understand how China is able to collect and store more data than we are because they have more satellites in space than we do.
And they have more hackers.
Exactly. They have way more intelligent people when it comes to technology.
This is what they do.
And coding.
Yeah, no, in China, so I'll be honest, I gotta give it to them. Like I admire the determination. I'll be honest with that. So for example, in their country, if a hacker wants to go to like a hackathon or anything like that, he has to provide what they have to the Chinese government. Let's say, for example, they know a vulnerability in Apple's Face ID. So he presents that to them, and they say, you know what, this is a valuable information. We're not going to allow you to make that public. We'll keep it. And what then China does is they do that with so many different hackers, and they get all those valuable methods of penetration and whatnot. And then they go back to these companies, hey, Apple, hey, Microsoft, we have information on the vulnerability you have, yada, yada. And they say, pay us X amount, and then that money that's generated, they pay those hackers.
To fix the problem.
So in reality, we're paying for Chinese hackers to learn in advance. They have so much control, what comes in and out. Like, I am just astonished how much of a control they have. Here, on the other hand, like you said, we sacrifice a lot of control for freedom.
Definitely.
China, on the other hand, it says this is for the greater good. This is for the motherland. This is for China. So they have a lot of control, and their ethics is very different than ours as well.
Definitely.
I think they said the United States has never faced this type of threat. Like economic, military, social, like all at once. It's like, I think they're saying it's even greater than the Cold War back with Soviet Union.
Russia. Yeah. I was gonna say though, I don't think it's the government, Elijah. I really don't think the government, they legally cannot keep our information and store it. Like, they legally cannot store our information.
They have loopholes. Anymore. I forget what they were, but they can use like third-party vendors.
Only even if in the what was it, the act that George Bush pushed through,
Patriot Act?
The Patriot Act. Even in that act, it had to be certain situations that fail first before you're able to keep a person's information and store it in the Patriot Act. So if you put certain threats, or they have to say it was certain things happening before they can say we can store this person's information, what he's doing online and everything like that. You have to do certain things or be a part of a certain group or something from them to say, all right, now you can watch this dude. You can't just do it, dog. They can't just keep your information.
That's true. And it's kind of with them having that ability to be able to, the Patriot Act, it sets limitations on what can be stored, when it can be stored, how it can be stored, and how long. Right. That goes, it's the same with healthcare.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can't have him. You can't.
Your health insurance, your doctor's office, any provider's office that you go to, your information must be saved. That office must keep your records for 7 years on site,
right,
in a retention area.
But you have to have
prior to them
to get access to that information.
Getting rid of that information.
But to get access to that, you have to have certain credentials. You can't just access health
records, right? And the way healthcare has that set up is like, the only how, like, I can't just call your health insurance and be like, hey, I need records for Damon Ellison.
No.
There are things that are in place, like I would have to have either a power of attorney or a release of information on file or anything like that. Somebody has to be able to personally say
people who
give that permission to release
it. The only people that we're really worried about out here are these companies. These companies they're gathering info. They got servers dedicated to information. They're selling our information to each other. They're selling our information to debt collectors. They're selling our information to whoever is buying it. And that's the people we need to be worried about. And
we need the people that's buying the information.
It's a lot of people that's fighting against it.
Well, think about it this way.
Because I don't think they should be able to store all this information like they are.
So look up the Five Eyes. So Five Eyes is a corporation with United States, Australia, New Zealand, and a few other countries. And I'll have to be cautious because I haven't looked into this a while. But so, for example, Europe has a lot of strong laws. What they can do is they can say, okay, all laws are strict, but United States are a little bit relaxed. So they kind of use those loopholes. So if like Europeans cannot, spy on somebody, they can have the United States do it in a similar manner.
Kind of like an alliance. Like,
you said what?
Right.
An alliance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I can't do this, but you can.
But you can, yeah.
Hey, can you go do this for me real fast?
Exactly.
I don't have the right. It's just like they do that with taxes too.
Yeah. No, and then like, for example, like in neighborhoods, and a lot of times like the department, like FBI, people don't realize they drive around and they call them, I forget what they call them. They're like boxes where they act in they'll be in the middle between your cell and the cell tower.
Right.
So they mimic a cell tower. So when your phone is reaching out to see how the signal strength or sending out, receive and send messages, it's going to be reaching out to the closest cell tower around you.
And they can pick up that
and then they'll pick that information up. And they do that, and for various reasons, domestic terrorism, foreign, domestic, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they also fly like airplanes. Sometimes if you see them,
but it's like rules against, you can't listen to somebody's phone call unless there's a reason. You can only listen to
you can't wiretap.
You can only listen to a certain amount. Even if you wiretap them, you can only listen to their conversations for a certain amount of time before you hang up, unless that phone call is going towards something that's criminal based.
Or that's pertinent to the reason why you've wiretapped them
in the first 30 seconds. If you're not hearing that, you gotta hang up.
Well, so
the gangsters,
it's just like when
the gangsters would talk about groceries for like 30, 40 seconds, and they know then they would have to hang up, and then they would talk about the kilos, because they know if you start a normal conversation, they can't stay on the phone, they can't keep it going. Then once they hang up, they hear then they'll start doing it.
So I would have to disagree, because I think as much as data China does on their people, we do the same.
Mm-hmm.
We just hide it.
I think you give the government too much credit.
No, I really do think people don't realize how much easy it is to have your information collected without even trying.
I believe it. So but I also believe that
this how shows you how far the government will go. And I'm not saying like it's bad. I sometimes, I'm gonna sound like crazy, but I sometimes agree with what government does for the greater good.
But I'm gonna argue with this on this point, and we're gonna move on. They don't catch any criminals, bro. Any. If you look at the amount of crime that's really solved, it's like under 50%.
Well,
if they were this dope at gathering all this information, why can't they solve a fucking crime? This dude just shot somebody, and they still can't figure out who did it. Like, they can't figure out anything. And if we don't tell them, they don't know.
No conspiracy theories. We still don't know who killed Tupac.
For real, dog.
We still don't know who killed Biggie.
They can't figure out nothing. And after dealing with them for years, and I was a class A criminal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did everything under the book that you could think of.
What are you saying?
Anyway, Nico, don't listen to that. That's,
dog, I'm dead serious.
That's old. That's old.
Right,
you don't
want to old me. But I did every crime that you could think of. I never worried about getting caught, because I know they don't know what you don't say. For real, bro. It's all about talking. You can use all the phones you want. You can talk about dope on your phone every day. They're not going to be on you. For real, dude, they suck. But if somebody tell them, that's when they know.
Well, I guess that's
when their ears go like,
yeah, because dude, that's what they call them, the don't knows.
Yep.
Because they don't know. Don't know.
Damn, they step up their shit then.
I swear they can't catch anybody. But drug dealers usually get caught because either they boycott the told on them, or somebody got caught with something and they tell on them. It's somebody's telling. That's why snitching is such a big deal, and people talk about snitching so much.
Yeah,
because they know without snitching, the police would never figure out anything, ever.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, for real, dog. It's messed up, man. But on the real, the police would never figure out anything if it wasn't for people telling them.
I think they're probably then selective, because there was a pretty interesting article that I read a couple months ago where the government or FBI did they bought a small company, a small cell phone company, and did not make it public. And they got contractors to develop a few apps, and they made it seem like it's like Signal app, encrypted from end to end. It's the most secure phone, and I think it didn't have a camera. It didn't have any of that stuff.
Wow.
However, they didn't realize, and they bless you. They became very popular with the underground criminals.
Yeah,
and I think it was a multi-year operation. So they didn't realize that they were collecting information on international traffic.
Wow.
So many crazy. Like, if I was you, I would look it up. It's actually a pretty good story. And they had their location, their conversation messages, and everything for years. And
did you know that the head of FBI disappeared one day, and they still don't know who did it?
For real, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The dude who started the FBI vanished one day, and we still don't know where he went.
He got promoted to CIA.
No, they killed it. The mafia killed him. Is what happened. Jimmy Hoffa.
Huh?
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I know.
He disappeared. He just disappeared one day. We still don't know what happened to him, man. No one knows.
I only
This
know
dude
who that
was
is.
He worked in the government. One day he just vanished.
I only know about that because
nobody knows
of a song,
you know
a rap
what I mean?
song. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just saying, like, dude, if you know what you're doing, you can make some shit happen. It's too many crimes. It's not that they go unsolved.
Maybe they just don't care for. Maybe they consider those small crimes.
Maybe, or maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, I've always it took that me living in that underworld for a little while to realize these motherfuckers don't know shit.
I think it's very possible to do things here in the US and no one notices.
For real.
The US is so huge and there are so many unmanned areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we used to watch in the movies and thought that the US has so many police officers in every corner. There's someone watching you. We have drones and all the streets have cameras.
They're watching Scottsdale.
Until I came here and there's nothing.
They're watching Scottsdale, bro. You know?
Oh, the rich.
Yeah, they watching the rich people. They making sure they straight. But they ride through the hood only when they're about to get somebody or, you know what I'm saying, they finna fuck with somebody.
Elijah said maybe the mafia took him out on a deal so the guy who took his place could be the head.
I don't know. Only thing I know is he disappeared, man.
Yeah.
You know, they was a thorn in the mafia side. And they ended up taking out the mafia. No, the mafia is nothing like they used to be. But that is crazy. They took out the head of the FBI, bro.
You know, the more the lakes are drying out, the more we'll discover where people were buried.
Hey, people thinking they might find them one day in one of those lakes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they probably, hey, man.
Yeah, so many people are appearing in Lake Pleasant. So let's just wait for the lakes to dry up.
That was crazy. I think when in Nevada, when that's been drying up, they found all type mafia hits.
Well, not even in the U.S. There's a lot in other countries, like Europe, China as well, like ancient.
And the whole continent of Africa. In Africa, people are killed left, right, and center. Don't think we don't have crime.
I know you do. I know
we just can't solve them. We don't have even systems to solve some crazy, the simplest of crimes.
It was a bad
sound like
killing.
The police here and can't solve a crime.
Man, not in our neighborhoods. They can't. Unfortunately,
in Africa, you just kill them like chicken.
Damn.
And that's
Jimmy, what are you doing? We need to go to a commercial. We're gonna come back with the game. You ready to play?
Yep. Talk about a little bit of Hollywood hotness, some comic
that's
corner.
Right. That's right. We'll do those things on the way back. We only got like 20 minutes. We didn't win all the way over. What are you doing, bro? Where the commercial at?
Sorry, guys.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment. A race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
We really appreciate everybody watching, man. Thank you, David, Elijah. You guys are the best, man. We're gonna talk about what we get. 2K23 came out this week.
Sir.
Jimmy already on there looking like trash, losing in the wreck.
Oh my gosh!
So what you think about it so far? Let's give you a review on what you think about the game.
Me personally, I like it more because there's not much. That's not as much of just dribbling and one person just ball hogging because you know what I'm saying? You're going to get tired after dribbling for a while.
Yeah.
Like in basketball practice, we do like pounding drills.
Definitely.
And it gets tired. It is really tiring.
A lot of dribbling is not a good thing.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You see people like Kyrie and like Steph Curry, but they're doing dribbles they're doing like skill. You know what I'm saying? Skill wise to get around somebody. Right. You're just drilling a dribble.
They're doing setup moves, and most of the moves that they do for setup is not moves that use a lot of energy. But all that dribbling uses a lot of energy, man. I don't know, man. I used to complain about it a lot the last few games.
The defense is better. I like the defense.
What you think about the Jordan mode? You said it was difficult.
It is hard because the first mode, I'm not going to spoil it or none, but you're playing against Patrick Ewing, and dog.
It's Patrick Ewing.
It's just Michael Jordan and a bunch of nobodies.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And no, you got James Worthy. Yeah,
James Worthy is on the. No.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he's there in North Carolina.
Yeah, the North Carolina.
Oh, no, he had a squad. He had Kenny Smith. He had a squad. He had Brad Daugherty. That's not nobody. They had a squad in North Carolina.
They didn't have him on the starter team. They didn't have him on the starter.
Daugherty should be out there, unless he left.
I don't think so. It was 90. It was 82.
Yeah, Brad Daugherty's out there. The center.
I thought Kenny Smith played from 83 to. I thought Kenny Smith got there at 83.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Kenny Smith got there at 83.
But so far you liking it? You liking the visuals?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. They're making shooting more realistic.
Yeah, I
so
thought
when you're getting late responsive shootings, you're not just hitting rim, you're airballing.
Actually, airballing, yeah.
Are some bugs and glitches still. You know what I'm saying? But it's a brand new game, obviously. Right. Like I was playing last night, and I was playing like just regular, playing now online,
right?
And like all my players were invisible.
Well,
but it's a good game though. It's a really good game. I think you're gonna like it, and yeah, you want to enjoy it.
All right. Well, we got. Let's go over to. I'm gonna go over to some quick. She-Hulk real fast on the comic book corner.
Comic book corner.
D23 just released a whole bunch of. Marvel just released a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, they did, huh? Well, She-Hulk. We're gonna talk about that real fast. She-Hulk was. I thought the episode was great. They introduced a couple of outlandish characters. We had Madeline with 2 N's and 1 Y.
Not where you think it is.
Not where you think it is.
I already watched it too. So.
And also Donnie Blaze, the trash musician. I thought his character was funny also.
So I heard at first, I thought they were saying Johnny Blaze.
No, as soon as he said it, I heard Donnie, because Johnny Blaze is the dude.
He's that's Ghost Rider. That's
Ghost Rider, most definitely.
But I thought like, okay, they're bringing in Blade. I thought they were going to bring in. Ghost Rider would be a tough character to bring in, though.
Ghost Riders, but they brought him in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ghost Rider, like the chain dude?
Yeah.
With the motorcycle?
Yeah. That's the original Ghost Rider was Johnny Blaze. The newer iterations is a Mexican dude, but the original character.
So who's Johnny? Is that the guy off of
That's who Nicolas Cage paid when he did Ghost Rider. Remember when Nicolas Cage he did Ghost Rider?
Oh, that's his name, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. He played
Ghost Rider.
Okay. Johnny Blaze. But yeah, man, I love the human. I thought it was really funny, man. I was dying. I think it's good that they don't take themselves so seriously, man.
Yeah, I think she even broke the fourth wall in comics too.
Yeah, man. She
always doing it.
She always did it. She did it in comics. She does it in the show. People just need to get over.
She did what?
Self.
Break the fourth wall.
She talks to the screen.
Oh, so
she knows she's in the TV show.
Oh, so they were upset about that?
Yeah, people are, because Deadpool was the first person to do it. She was in the comics. She did it first.
Oh,
but they try to act like everybody's like, well, Deadpool, but really and truly, Deadpool was after her.
D23, they came out and showed some screenshots and video clips of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, in the newsletter.
No, they got D23.
It's like the Expo. It's like Disney Expo.
Yeah, it's like a Comic-Con.
It's where they go and release all the stuff that they're coming out.
Real quick.
So far, Kevin Feige has said that Quantumanium, Ant-Man, Wasp Quantumanium will directly tie the events of that. Is going to directly lead into Kang Dynasty. They're also releasing a Halloween show called Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
Scarlet Witch was also announced for summer of 2024 in theaters only.
What? She getting a movie?
Yep.
Wow.
Who is Scarlet Witch?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Randall Park is also returning as Jimmy Woo in Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay.
Who else they given us? They gave us the Ironheart.
Dude, I can't keep up with all these.
There's so much shit jumping off, man.
The events of Quantumanium will directly set up Avengers Kang Dynasty, is what they're saying.
You want to get to your thing real fast? We getting close on time.
Yeah, let's do that.
What you got?
But this week's Hollywood hot mess.
That's a hot mess. Get ready.
It's
for
the royal
week's
family.
Hollywood hot mess with
Iesha
Rowan.
You gonna put them in a hot mess and their family dying?
Hell yeah.
I'm putting Queen Elizabeth in a hot mess.
He said, hell yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying Queen Elizabeth is the hot mess for this week is because even on her deathbed,
they still was mad.
Meghan Markle was disinvited from being by her bedside.
She's black. And they're racist.
Exactly.
So
you're on your deathbed and you're still racist. Yeah. You deserve to be a hot mess.
Yeah, I mean, she's been racist for 100 years, so it's...
But you can't be cordial enough to say, okay, Harry, you're married to Harry. Okay, I understand you coming to support him. You're married to him. Man. But you're just saying completely, but now I'm going to allow your kids to get prince and princess title.
I tried not to say much about it. I just tried to cut a couple jokes online because I try not to be too serious about it because I don't really want people to know how I feel. I hate monarchies with a passion.
Like, I'm not a fan of it.
I can't stand it.
I can't stand it. Yeah,
it's the dumbest thing that's probably ever been invented. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. What up?
That was the clip that was released.
From what? Oh, from She-Hulk. Oh, okay.
So they bringing back the yellow and red.
Yeah. But so all right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the game, man, real fast.
Yes. We can do that.
You want to bring it up here?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Go to the internet.
Give me the loot. Bro. Give me the loot.
And just open up Google.
You guys are done with the Queen?
Yeah, man. I don't want to talk about the Queen too much,
dude. Do you know the Queen? When she was actually announced to be the Queen, she was in Kenya.
Was she?
Yeah, she was in a hotel called Treetop.
Why didn't you take her out?
When it was in 19 what? What was it? 19?
You know what they should
when
do?
did she become queen?
You know what they need to do? Return all the damn gold and jewelry
I
back
wasn't
to the
alive, my friend.
other countries.
Something like that. Slides.
Yeah, man. I just don't like monarchies, bro. I do
honestly,
not like
I'm not mourning because
this one.
I give two.
It did so bad with my country because we had so many people that died.
Yeah, man.
Because we were fighting them.
Yeah.
So I really can't be happy about it.
Dude, they
sad
fucked
about
India
it.
up.
Or
they messed India up so bad. I think
India, Africa,
pretty much
everywhere they went.
Everywhere.
Even the US.
And that's why a lot of people now are, and then that's why a lot of those Caribbean countries and such are.
The
Give me, I want my money. Give me my reparations.
They were waiting.
She was queen for 70 years.
Respect. Yeah, 70 years.
70
out of
years.
respect.
Crazy.
Yeah, she went in at like 19, 20, something like that. She was really young. But out of respect, they waited for her to die. And that all of them are asking, hey, can we be removed from the monarchy? And,
dude, they're going to go bankrupt because just India from, I forget the year, but they said that if they had to estimate the wealth, it was about $45 trillion that they've taken.
Holy crap.
Just India.
All right. Question 1 in Trivia for the Loot.
I'm going to give
the Berlin Wall fell
1986.
Shoot, 84.
89.
Don't look at me.
What is it? 89. He cheating over there, man.
How did I cheat?
Because we know you don't know nothing.
Jimmy, we know you can see the answer.
I'm in hit, bro. Did I even click up?
Nah, man. You can't guess anymore.
I can't guess anymore. There's no guess. There's no guess.
He's cheating.
He's cheating.
We don't even know what the Berlin Wall is.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Where was it?
Stop
it, dog.
All right. Question number 2. What was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars?
Toy Story.
No, I'm going to say the Disney movie Fantasia.
That's what I was thinking about. Fantasia too.
That's my guess.
I have no idea.
Beauty and the Beast.
What the hell?
At least we knew it was a Disney movie. Well, no, that was Pixar. Toy Story did Pixar.
Dude, me and trivia, I suck.
You suck.
All right. Who starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin?
Danny DeVito.
Yep. I knew that one.
I know movies.
Damn, not even let her finish.
Right.
I knew that one. That one's the easy one.
All right. How easy is this? How many colors will you find in a regular bag of M&Ms?
12.
Brown, green, red,
Blue,
orange, and blue. 5.
I'd like to hear what Huso has to say.
There was yellow.
What Damon said.
Oh, there's no yellow M&M,
there
is
is.
it?
Yeah, there is.
There's yellow. There's
Green,
so there's
light
6?
green.
It's 6? Because I know it's a brown.
There's 10.
It's brown, blue. 10?
I don't know.
Ain't
I'm
no
guessing.
purple M&Ms.
Yes, there is.
No, it's not. Not in the regular bag, bro.
You know what's crazy?
It's 6. It's 6.
You
Thank
guys are actually arguing about candy.
Well, we know this. We live with this, man. This is our life.
Candy is your life? Come on.
I mean, it's like part of M&Ms. That's everything, bro.
This is
O
the
negative.
rarest blood type.
I think it is
Yeah,
O
O
negative.
Y'all wrong.
What?
AB negative.
O positive?
That's what you are.
We was.
You O negative, huh?
No.
AB. I never heard of that.
I have
AB negative?
my blood type is the one that can be given to anybody.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Andrew Jackson.
Which
is.
U.S. president is featured on the $2 bill?
Trump.
Andrew Jackson.
No, Andrew Jackson's on the 5, isn't
No,
he?
That would be Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, I knew you were wrong.
No, you didn't. You agree with me for a second.
No, because I was like, he's on,
He
he's
did.
on the 5.
I saw that.
But then I was like, yeah, he's on the 5 though. I just said he's on the 5.
He said.
Right.
He said you should.
Where on the food pyramid does eggplants belong?
Is trash on the food pyramid?
Chill. Eggplants are hella good.
Negro, please.
What?
Where on the food
Disgusting.
pyramids do eggplants belong?
The trash part.
The fruit part.
I don't know, man. What is it?
It's fruit.
It's a vegetable.
It's a fruit.
I think it's a fruit, like a tomato, right?
It's a fruit.
No, it doesn't have seeds. Does
It
eggplants
does, yeah,
have
yeah.
seeds?
Yeah.
It's a fruit then. It's a fruit. Yeah.
Look at me. I got 2 right.
I think you ate Baba Ganoush when we had the.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
That
that's
has
eggplant.
in
That's
it?
the whole thing is eggplant.
What?
There you go.
Wow.
See, that's how you got to get him. You got to give him food and don't tell him what it is and making me. That's what I did with him with the Brussels sprouts. He was like, "Nah, they can't be Brussels sprouts." I was like, "Yeah."
I'm sure I would have never tried them. This alcoholic beverage
Oh
is
my
made
God.
of juniper berry. Dang, I know. Gin.
Wine.
It's gin.
I don't know.
Gin.
I would have known that.
Damn. All right.
It
Alcoholic.
is gin.
Right. Right. That's how. Yeah.
What is the national animal of Scotland?
Peacock.
Beaver.
No, he doesn't think, dog. He just say shit, dog.
Look at this
The
guy.
Fuck that.
The fuck is
It
in
has to be
Scotland?
something which has fur.
Yeah, I don't-
Fox?
Fur.
Yeah.
F-U-R.
No. I wonder if it's a fox.
Yeah, that might be a good one.
I don't know. Sheep?
God. Yeah, they have a good relationship with their sheep out there.
But it's not.
Damn. What the hell?
Give y'all some-
Dang, I don't know, man.
It's a unicorn.
What?
It's not even real.
You don't know that.
I thought we had this question before.
Man, that's not real, man.
We've
Get
had
the
this
hell
question
outta here,
before.
man.
She was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Queen Latifah.
No.
Missy Elliott.
Tina Turner.
Janet Jackson.
Damn it. It's probably gonna be some.
Oh,
No,
Diana
man.
Ross.
Oh, we even guessed. We're wrong.
Whitney Houston. I don't know.
That would be Aretha Franklin.
Dang, man, my bad. Queen, the real queen. You know what I'm saying? The only queen I really acknowledge.
What about Beyonce? No, it's fine.
Get the fuck out of here.
She ain't the queen.
Language.
Wait. Do you
Dang,
think?
my
Do you
bad.
right language?
Dang, man. I need
Look,
to
the whole
language,
episode
bro.
is just
Do you think? Wait. Do you think Beyonce can sing?
Yeah, she's all right.
She can sing. I think she can sing
That's how I feel about Beyonce singing. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
better than anything I could do.
Who?
Beyonce.
I just don't think she can sing, bro.
I know, but that's better than anything I can do.
What are we comparing to you? You garbage. What are we comparing them to you for?
right.
Anyway,
If that's how you
the end
listen
of the
to me,
show.
well, it sounds better than me.
That's the end of the show.
Thank everybody for playing, man. Thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, man, we went I think we just gonna start doing 2 hours. Fuck it, man.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Language.
We right. Because man, I don't know.
We always end up doing like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. And
we need to get Damon a
swear jar.
No, collar
shot
yeah.
collar. Yeah,
we all have remotes to it. Just
I'm gonna be shocking him for fun. Then give me a remote. Give me a remote. Jimmy, you.
He might end up liking it.
Maybe. Made right on, Damon. Right on for you guys. Thanks for Huso, Nico, stopping by, making it fun. Thanks, Jimmy, Iesha. We'll have the episode up on Apple and Spotify in a couple of days. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook. And throughout the week, make sure to go to HabariEntertainment.com for all your news, updates, and great articles and anything else you guys want to say.
Definitely. Next week we have Faith McCowan. She's going to be she's a local designer.
Okay.
So we'll get to possibly see a few pieces that she's created for us.
Dope.
It is actually official because Unc's been hating on me since I got the news.
Mm-hmm.
I did make the varsity basketball team. Y'all finna stop playing with me.
Woohoo!
Y'all so unenthusiastic.
That is dope, man. Hey, you got a round of applause, man. You could have got the womp womp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, clap for me. Clap for me.
Round of applause. Now, only thing you got to make sure you don't ride the bench. We don't want you to be the.
No, he said no. Coach was like, you know that officer. I talked to.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'll be checking. He said, I'll be checking up on you. He was like, I talked to Coach yesterday. He was like, you got the potential to start. He was like, you really can start. You just need to keep your knees and your body right.
Well, let's do that, man. We're all with you. You know what I'm saying?
Stop eating Taco Bell.
You don't want to go to the game.
I had Taco Bell once.
And be rooting for you to get into the game.
I get it. I get Taco Bell once. They ain't going to leave me alone about it.
Yeah,
and Little Caesars.
Taco Bell and a whole 2 liter of soda. That's what he had last night.
No, I didn't. That mug's still in the fridge.
Not for long.
But all right, folks.
Sure, right.
Thanks for watching.
Holla, holla.
Let me get the outro going.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.
Oh, for real? I could have done it.